The arrival of the unknown. It was a day like any other on Earth, yet it marked the beginning of a new era for humanity. No one could have predicted the arrival of the message that would forever change the course of history. It began with a signal, faint and cryptic, emerging from the depths of space, coming from Elisa 42, a K-type star located 45.6 light-years away in the constellation of Sculptor. The message was simple, almost too simple for such a vast cosmic distance. We are the unknown. Please respond. At first, the world was filled with confusion. Astronomers scrambled to make sense of the signal, trying to understand its origin, its structure, and its meaning. Was it a natural phenomenon? A signal from a distant star? Or was it something else entirely? Something alien? But as the scientists pored over the data, one thing became abundantly clear. The message was artificial, deliberate, and undeniably alien. No one could explain how it had been sent, but it was unmistakable in its intent. The message came with more than just words. Encoded within its structure was a series of complex geometric patterns, mathematical equations, and what appeared to be the building blocks of a language. It wasn't just a request, it was an invitation. A message designed not only to be understood but also to teach. It was a primer, a self-contained guide for decoding the message, and it soon became apparent that the aliens wanted to establish communication with humanity. We are the unknown. The transmission repeated. We've looked up at the stars for so long, wondering if anyone was looking back. It's been so long. If anyone's out there, please respond. The content of the message was staggering. It wasn't just a plea for contact. It was a cry for acknowledgement, a deep, desperate yearning to connect with other intelligent beings in the universe. And for the first time in history, humanity wasn't alone. The implications were profound. The message was more than just a voice in the dark. It was the first tangible evidence that intelligent life existed beyond Earth. At first, the world reacted with disbelief. The message was simply too perfect, too precise, to be anything but the result of a deliberate, advanced civilization. As the days passed, the scientific community was split. Some argued that the message was a hoax, a trick of the mind, while others saw it as a sign of hope. The skeptics claimed that it could all be a mistake, an accidental transmission from some far-off source. But the majority, particularly those who had studied alien signals for years, were convinced humanity had just received its first extraterrestrial message. Soon, the debates began in earnest. Governments around the world held emergency meetings, scrambling to determine how to respond. Politicians weighed in, some calling for a careful, cautious approach, while others insisted that humanity needed to act quickly before the opportunity slipped away. In the midst of it all, the people of Earth watched, waiting for some sign of direction. In the chaos, a consensus began to form. Despite the political gridlock and the skepticism, it became clear that the message represented an unprecedented opportunity for humanity. For the first time, there was a real chance of making contact with an alien civilization. But the question remained, what was the next step? By the end of the week, a response committee was formed. The committee was comprised of scientists, mathematicians, linguists, engineers, and even politicians, each tasked with determining how to respond to the unknown. But the debates continued. Should humanity reach out in the same manner, or should they remain silent and observe? Would a response put Earth in danger, or would it open the door to a new era of peace and cooperation? After months of deliberation, the answer finally came. Humanity's response would be loud and clear. We are the humans. We are here. With that simple message, humanity announced its presence in the cosmos. It was sent via the largest radio transmission ever broadcast, using an advanced encoding system that allowed the message to be delivered across the stars. The response was meant to demonstrate humanity's intention to establish peaceful communication, to show that Earth was ready to meet the unknown on equal footing. The ramifications of that response were immediate. Within days, space agencies around the world had begun coordinating efforts to prepare for the next steps. Reusable rockets and cutting-edge spacecraft were designed with the goal of reaching new frontiers. Humanity's space programs, which had once been limited to low Earth orbit, now turned their sights on the Moon, Mars, and even the asteroid belt. The message from the unknown had ignited a fire within humanity, a desire to expand beyond the cradle of Earth and to explore the vastness of the universe. But the response from the unknown didn't stop there. As the weeks passed, the world eagerly awaited the next transmission. Would the alien civilization respond? Would there be an exchange of knowledge, or would humanity be left waiting, uncertain of what the future held? Months passed. The silence from the unknown was deafening. Then, 2 years later, the second transmission arrived. The message was short, but its meaning was profound. We are the unknown. Thank you for responding. We hope this message finds you well. We have waited so long. The sculptors, as humanity would come to call them, had responded. But this time, the message wasn't just a simple acknowledgement. The sculptors had included something else: knowledge. Hidden within the transmission were blueprints for advanced technologies, groundbreaking scientific theories, mathematical equations that humanity had never encountered. It was a gift that would reshape humanity's future. And in that moment, Earth stepped into a new age. Part 2. The Drone of Hope. The arrival of the sculptor's message marked the beginning of a technological renaissance on Earth. With the new knowledge they had received, humanity rapidly advanced in ways they never thought possible. Reusable rockets propelled industry into low Earth orbit. The Moon became a stepping stone to Mars. And soon, the asteroid belt was within reach. The blueprints contained in the sculptor's transmission were the key to unlocking the potential for humanity's future. But there was still a sense of unease. The knowledge humanity received was not without its complications. Hidden within the transmission were warnings, cryptic messages that hinted at something far darker than the alien civilization had led on. The sculptors had discovered something disturbing. They had uncovered the ruins of ancient civilizations, long destroyed by a force they couldn't fully understand. And these ruins weren't just in the sculptor's star system. They were scattered across the galaxy. It was then that the sculptors sent another message, this time with an offer. We have found ruins, remnants of civilizations destroyed by an unknown force of great power. We wish to offer our help in whatever way we can. Please be careful. The Great Filter may still be out there. This transmission shook the foundations of humanity's newfound optimism. The unknown force, the Great Filter, was something that humanity could not ignore. It was a warning, a dark shadow on the horizon. As humanity continued its expansion, the question of the Great Filter loomed over everything. What had destroyed these civilizations, and how could humanity prevent the same fate from befalling them? In response, humanity began working tirelessly to unlock the mysteries of the sculptor's message. They sent back their own transmission, stronger than before. This time, it wasn't just a reply, it was a promise. The Drone of Hope. As humanity entered a new age of technological enlightenment, the silence from the sculptors had left the world hanging in uncertainty. It had been more than 2 years since the last message, which had heralded humanity's new spacefaring reality. Reusable rockets were now a regular feature of life, industry expanding into the stars. The message from the sculptors was still fresh in the minds of Earth's inhabitants. We are sending you a drone of hope. The promise of the drone's arrival was both a thrill and a burden. The mysterious alien beings had gifted humanity the key to unimaginable technological breakthroughs. The blueprint for their space exploration technologies, materials that could defy conventional physics, and scientific knowledge that had once seemed like science fiction were now within humanity's reach. Yet despite all this progress, there was a looming question on the minds of Earth's greatest minds. What was the true cost of this knowledge? The arrival. For several decades, humanity sent out exploratory missions, expanding its reach into the universe, establishing colonies on the Moon, Mars, and even in the asteroid belt. But there was one key piece of the sculptor's message that humanity had yet to comprehend: The warning. The great filter. What was it, and how could humanity avoid its deadly grasp? And then, on the 45th anniversary of the first message, the awaited drone from the sculptors arrived. A small, sleek vessel appeared on humanity's radar, darting through space with the grace of a comet. It was an unmanned drone, far smaller than the massive warships humanity had been constructing, but it carried something far more valuable. It contained the latest technology and knowledge on the mysterious force the sculptors had warned humanity about: the Great Filter. The drone, while not a ship capable of interstellar travel, was designed to hold the secrets of the sculptors' research on the filter, a cosmic event, a catastrophe that could wipe out entire civilizations. The images and data it carried were shocking. The ruins of long-dead civilizations, once great and thriving, now lay in decay, their once great cities reduced to dust. These were not the remnants of a single civilization, but a multitude of star systems across the galaxy that had fallen to this nameless, terrifying force. When the drone's message was decoded, a sense of foreboding gripped the world. The sculptors had shared images and data they had uncovered, fragments of broken worlds, civilizations erased from existence. The catastrophic event appeared to have been a recurring force throughout history. The sculptors, while being among the last survivors, had not only uncovered the truth, but also kept their civilization safe from its grasp. But now, they were extending an olive branch, offering humanity their knowledge and tools to ensure their survival against the force that loomed. The message contained warnings, technological breakthroughs, and hidden within all of it, the one question humanity had to answer: how do you fight something that can erase entire civilizations without warning? Technological revelation. While the gravity of the message weighed heavily on the minds of Earth's political leaders, the technologies contained within the drone were nothing short of miraculous. The sculptors had gifted humanity not just survival tools but tools to transcend their current limitations. Humanity had been struggling with space travel, limited by the inefficiencies of fuel consumption and propulsion systems. The sculptors, however, had shared a design for an advanced engine system, one that harnessed the power of quantum energy and harnessed spacetime itself. This technology was capable of reaching previously impossible speeds, and more importantly, it could open the door to faster-than-light travel. Simultaneously, the drone also contained details about new materials, strange alloys that could withstand the pressures of deep space and survive extreme environments. These materials would revolutionize shipbuilding, making spacecraft larger, more durable, and far more efficient. Space stations could be built in new sectors, and colonies on distant worlds would no longer be just a dream. They would be a reality. The drone's knowledge also included medicine. A breakthrough in biological sciences meant the potential for advanced healing techniques and longevity. Humanity, given the tools and knowledge, could now extend lifetimes, perhaps indefinitely, and eliminate many of the diseases that had plagued Earth for centuries. It was the dawn of a new era, but with the weight of that knowledge came an overwhelming responsibility. What could humanity do with such power? The drone's content also included research on materials that could withstand the forces of black holes and the extreme temperatures of stars. Humanity's understanding of the universe had expanded by leaps and bounds, and with that expansion came both awe and fear. The Great Filter was not simply an obstacle in the universe. It was a dark shadow that humanity now had to contend with. A growing unease. As the first few transmissions from the drone filtered through Earth's communication systems, there was an underlying sense of unease. While scientists were thrilled at the technological advancements, political leaders and military officials grew increasingly concerned. What the sculptors had sent wasn't just knowledge. It was a reminder that their species had been lucky to survive at all. The knowledge the sculptors shared was valuable, but it came with a dire warning. The Great Filter was not something humanity could avoid by simply advancing technology. It was a force that could tear apart any civilization, no matter how advanced they had become. The sculptors, in their wisdom, had told humanity what they had learned from their own near extinction. They had been saved not by their advancements, but by their caution. The Great Filter is coming, the message said, hidden within layers of data. Our ancestors built mighty empires, yet even they were not prepared. We were fortunate to survive, but we can only help you so much. Be cautious in your expansion. The universe is full of dark forests, and the Great Filter is the hunter that waits in the shadows. Humanity was now at a crossroads. They had been given the tools to expand, to reach beyond the stars, but the warnings from the sculptors remained etched in their minds. With each technological advancement came the knowledge that the universe was not a friendly place. It was a place where survival depended not only on advancement, but on understanding the darkness that lay hidden between the stars. The Great Filter and the Unforeseen Path. The plan was aggressive but calculated. Humanity would continue its push into the stars, but they would do so with caution, with the knowledge the sculptors had shared as their guide. New fleets of ships, powered by quantum drives, were commissioned. Colonization projects were fast-tracked. Artificial intelligence designed for deep space exploration was deployed to scout out potential threats and ensure humanity's safety as they ventured further into the unknown. Unraveling the secrets of the sculptors. As humanity set its sights on the stars, the data from the sculptor's drone was being meticulously studied. Every transmission, every bit of information was scrutinized. The message about the Great Filter was clear. Civilizations that were too eager to expand had often met their end. The sculptor's own species had been one of the few to survive, but they had done so by being cautious. They had learned from the mistakes of others, and more importantly, they had the scars to prove it. The scientists and engineers working on the decoded data soon uncovered a crucial piece of information, one that would change everything. Embedded within the sculptor's data was a disturbing revelation. The Great Filter was not just a single catastrophic event. It was a series of cosmic challenges that any spacefaring species would eventually face. It was a filter that separated those who could survive from those who could not. Some species fell to the weight of their own technological advancements. Others were destroyed by forces beyond their control. It was a cosmic lottery, and humanity had won so far, but there were no guarantees that they would continue to survive. One key discovery in the data was a strange form of communication technology, one that could potentially detect and predict the movements of other civilizations, especially those in danger of facing the Great Filter. It was a tool designed by the sculptors to track the rise and fall of galaxies, pinpointing which species were in danger and which had already fallen to the unknown threat. With this technology, humanity could track other civilizations in their star systems, possibly even learn from their mistakes before it was too late. A new kind of war. As humanity advanced, so too did their understanding of the universe's darker corners. The fear of the Great Filter wasn't just about survival, it was about knowing who, or what, might be waiting on the other side. The Great Filter wasn't just a force of nature, it was also a force within the universe itself. It had created predators, powerful, ancient beings that had seen civilizations rise and fall. The unknown force that the sculptors had warned humanity about was no longer a theoretical danger. It was a real and present threat. One of the most significant and disturbing pieces of data humanity received from the sculptor's drone was a detailed map of the cosmos, pinpointing regions where civilizations had once flourished before vanishing into nothingness. The map was dotted with stars where planets had once supported life, only for their inhabitants to be wiped out by some unknown force. But the sculptor's warning wasn't entirely about despair. It was a call to action. They had shared everything they knew about the Great Filter and their own survival. Humanity had been given the tools to fight back. They now had the power to protect themselves from the unknown, to stop the same fate from befalling them. With the knowledge of what was at stake, Earth's military leaders began preparing for a conflict they had never envisioned. A series of warships, each more advanced than anything humanity had ever built, were ordered into production. These ships weren't just for exploration. They were designed to protect humanity from the unknown force that could obliterate them at any time. The first fleet was a simple precaution, a defense should anything go wrong. But as more transmissions came from the sculptors, the tone shifted from curiosity to fear. Humanity, armed with its newfound knowledge, was preparing for war, not just for survival, but to defend their place in the universe against an ancient and terrible force.